When I first started playing Fortnite, I couldn't ever see myself buying the Battle Pass. I enjoyed the game, but not enough to spend any real money on it, until Season 5 was released. I'll immediately start off by saying that I understand I'm just a single person, so in reality, whether I bought the Battle Pass or not, the £8 I spend is practically irrelevant compared to all the accumulated Battle Pass holders, and that my overall opinion on the matter is frankly not that important. I just want to share my experience with Fortnite so far with you. Also, this video is designed as a bit of a follow-up to how Fortnite Battle Royale will die, as the response was fairly positive, so if you haven't already, I recommend you check that out before you watch this. I'll also be discussing my interest in Fortnite Battle Royale since the start, and giving an update on why my feelings towards the Battle Pass are a bit different now than they were in my previous video. When I first played Fortnite Battle Royale in September 2017, I found that it was very similar to PUBG. The game was absolutely nothing like it is today. I even tried making a video on it back then, and you can hear all the petty bias I had to PUBG at the start. You know how Minecraft was out on PC first before consoles, and instead consoles had Fortress Craft? This is basically the PUBG equivalent right now. But since reflecting, I've realised why I acted this way. Back then, I didn't want to feel like I wasted over 100 hours on PUBG just to switch to a new game. Not like that mattered anyway, considering a few weeks later I also quit that game too. This wasn't the only reason though. I'll be honest, I was at an awkward standstill of YouTube videos on what games I felt I could even upload. Because I focused on Call of Duty for so long, I felt like if I posted another trending game, my subscribers wouldn't enjoy it, therefore I couldn't play it. But that's more personal, I'll talk about that at a later date. After a few months of not playing much at all, I started to notice Fortnite everywhere in real life. It was on the news, spoke about at work, and around this time I began to notice YouTubers making these Fortnite dying videos, but their comments didn't add up a lot of the time, considering, you know, how popular the game was. This was when I really began to play, and I played in possibly the least efficient way possible. I used an Xbox One controller on a PC, playing on a massive TV. It is by far the worst way to play. I can't for the life of me play mouse and keyboard on Fortnite, so when I tried attaching the controller, the aim assist just doesn't exist. So give me a break, kids, please. I'm not Ninja.
I'm reading some comments in the chat, man, and you guys are just wrong, man. Fortnite was better before it went mainstream? What does it even mean, dude?
I'll be honest though, I really did play like the default skin stereotype. It was only when I decided to move to the PS4 I improved. Also when I swapped to Builder Pro. My only current problem with the PS4 is that I don't have a game capture device right now, so I can only use clips from the PS4 in low quality. For me, moving to the PS4 was the best decision ever. Fortnite feels a lot more of a laid-back couch royale game to me, and it takes a lot of the edge off that PUBG had. I used to be really competitive, but to me, that's not how Fortnite should feel. I enjoy getting the victory like everyone else, of course, but unlike PUBG, I don't feel like I've wasted my time in a match just because I die. But this is purely down to preference though. When I made the last Fortnite video, I was pretty late to Season 4, and I found that you'd look around every lobby and there'd be everyone in the same skins. This was also when I first started experiencing the progression system firsthand. It took me ages to rank up and do a free pass. Painfully long, even with Team XP boosts. And again, looking through the rewards, they were very okay. They weren't great or terrible, just okay. I had no incentive to purchase the Battle Pass for what they were offering. But in the run up to Season 5, Epic's fan service was phenomenal, and in my opinion, it really got me excited for the game. There was so much more marketing for this season, and it really did work to get me to play the game a lot more as I anticipated what changes there would be. As Season 5 arrived, not only has an entire chomp of the map changed, but there's now a 4-person vehicle, rifts you can warp through, a racetrack, golf course, and there's so much more. The game still has the same formula, but there's always extras being added on top of it. This isn't to say I think the game's perfect, I do think there's still room for improvement, and I'm no one-sided fanboy, but I can still appreciate all the content that Fortnite Battle Royale offers. The benefit of a game being free to play means that it encourages players to try the game without having to commit to spending any money, and although the free-to-play experience is less invested and rewarded than the Battle Pass version, it's still enjoyable and can motivate players, like me, to then buy the Battle Pass when they decide Fortnite Battle Royale is worth it. I decided to buy the Battle Pass when I was happy to pay £8 to have the chance to win all of these rewards and to have extra challenges and content within the game. And as I said in my last Fortnite video, the Battle Pass system used by Fortnite is less predatory than loot boxes, especially considering usually you have to pay for the actual game on top of the loot boxes. What I failed to realise with the Battle Pass before as well, with over 70 days in Season 5, this was roughly the same amount of time Call of Duty would space their DLC packs out, at like double the price. As I used to be a big Call of Duty fan, I wouldn't even question paying around £15 for DLC every time, but now I look at how much there's offered in Fortnite Season 5, and I do think for how much it costs, there's a fairly decent amount. If you spend $60 on a full game, and then don't enjoy your time playing it, that's time and money gone. With Fortnite, I'm glad I didn't invest any money to begin with, because now as I actually have a lot more playtime and enjoy it more, the game feels worth it to me. I've realised as well now how blind I was to other players' value on games. In my video, I questioned the battle passes without really investing much thought into how other people feel, and assumed the rewards would get repetitive. I do think there are still some similarities, but it's something I've realised shouldn't be considered instantly negative. If this content is what the audience love, I can see why Epic provide them with it. However, I do still think that the in-game store is a little overpriced, and Epic do use psychological sales techniques like the collector set to encourage more sales. But if you are happy to pay for something, that's your choice. I'm really not against the cosmetics. Will I buy the Season 6 Battle Pass? Honestly, who knows? Season 5 lasts up until September, so the next couple months will probably be the decider on whether I'm that much of a fan or not. But saying that, being a fan of the game doesn't mean you should feel obliged to pay for extra features. If you enjoy Fortnite without buying extra content, I agree it's possible. And this video wasn't to say playing without a Battle Pass doesn't make it fun, because I had a hell of a time without it. And that's what matters, what you personally enjoy. Have you bought the Season 5 Battle Pass? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I try and read all your comments, and I'm seriously interested in what you have to say about this. A like on the video would be greatly appreciated, especially if you got all the way to the end, and a big shout out to all my Patreon followers. The support I'm getting over there is really helping me out. I'll see you later, love you all.